Yan. Okay? So when the nurse is scheduled to visit a family, it is important to review the family records thoroughly before visiting so that she can. So ano daw? Ano yung purpose ng pagre-review ng family records? A, analyze what is known as FAR, the existing health needs of the family. B, plan the health program the health agency should take. Letter C, implement strategies for health education. Or letter D, familiarize yourself with the personal characteristics of each family member. So, sige nurses, sagot tayo. First question for our family health nursing. Sige, what's your answer? Sagot, answers. Okay. Alright. So, anong tinatanong dito? Okay, review of what? The family records. So, ano tong family records nito? So, these are available documents in the RHU or in the barangay. So, usually, meron din mga barangay health stations na merong ganitong family records. Meron din sa RHU. So, every time that a family member or family goes to the RHU or the BHS for check-up, yes, may family record. So, ikaw, si nurse, gusto mong mag-home visit, di ba? So, anong gagawin mo? Magre-review ka ng family records para saan? So, tingnan natin. Most of you guys answered letter A. So, tingnan natin kung tama. Letter D, familiarize yourself with the personal characteristics of each family member. So, itong sinasabing personal characteristics, hindi siya masyadong available na dito dun sa ating family records. Because usually, anong content ng family records? So, yun yung mga past health checkups nila, demographics, di ba? Vital statistics. Pero yung personal characteristics is not found on those family records. Hindi mo yan makikita doon. Next, implement strategies for health education. Yes, pwede, okay? Parang pwede mong malaman din from family health records yung kanilang socioeconomic status, pero hindi ito yung main goal. Pwedeng letter C, but that's not the main goal. So that's not the best answer. Letter B, plan the health program the health agency should take. Remember guys, pag tayo, family nursing yung pinag-uusapan natin. Family nursing. Okay? Itong sagot na the health agency should take, hindi to empowering ng family. Part ng concepts natin ng family nursing ay to empower and increase the health capacity of the family. So, hindi health agency ang dapat mag-solve ng problema. Dapat family din. Although, the health agency is part of that at mag-a-assist yung health agency. Okay? So, tingnan natin, analyze what is known as FAR, the existing health needs of the family. So, the family health records may reveal data. For example, yun nga, past illnesses. Okay? Tapos, pwede rin yun nga, individual health records nila. So, pwede magbigay ng ideas to sa'yo kung ano yung, health needs nila. Alright? So, this is the best answer. Okay? So, that's number 1. So, madali lang? Madali lang. Okay? So, next, number 2. Which type of family nurse contact will provide you with the best opportunity to observe family dynamics? Okay, sige nurses, sagot. Okay, sagot. Natin kung ano yung mga sagot nyo. Okay. Anong sagot po sa 1 kanina? Yung sagot sa 1 kanina, Miss Espello, is letter A. Si IAA nagtatanong, is this past board questions? Dear, this is part of a pool of past board nursing questions. Okay? So, hello. Nakikinig naman ako, parang nandito yata si Nurse Resty. Hello, Nurse Resty, good evening po. Hi, Nurse Resty, I'm a fan. Good evening po. So, yan, nurses. Go. Oh, supportive ni Nurse Resty, guys. Oh. Nurse Resty, ang galing mo. I'm such a fan. Really. Yung may tanong, please, ano na lang, chat kayo sa chat box kung meron kayong tanong. So yun guys, si Nurse Resty, I recommend you watch his videos here on TikTok and YouTube. Ang galing niya, ang galing niya mag-simplify ng concepts. So ako, medyo matagal na rin akong board passer nga, 2012. And I've observed a lot of um, teachers or educators dito sa various spaces natin. And he is one of those na gusto ko pa paano niya kino-condense yung materials. So hello Nurse Resty, nice to have you here. So yan. So yan na guys, nasagot nyo na? Okay, so sige, nag-fangirl tayo kay Nurse Resty, di ba? So sige, balik tayo dito sa question. Alright? So, what is the best opportunity to observe family dynamics? Guys, when you say family dynamics, these are the relationships, okay? Ito yung relationships existing, how they communicate with one another, okay? How they treat with one another. So, guys, pagka yung family, ikaw nga isang individual ka, 'di ba? Pag tinanggal ka sa isang normal environment, hindi lalabas yung totoong ugali mo. Pati yung mga character of each member of the family. Okay? So, pagka ito yung tignan mo, kailangan nasa natural environment sila. Remember in your Palmer, di ba, research? So, you can only observe subject very well kung nasa natural environment siya. So, letter A, clinic consultation, yes, you might see some family dynamics there, pero hindi sila nasa natural environment and hindi assurance yan. Ito guys, an example of this. For example, no, may mga bata na kapag ka nasa clinic consultation, tumatahimik yan. Hindi yan magsasalita. Okay? Kasi nga andyan yung parents. Pero pag nasa bahay, nasa natural environment, magulo. So a clinic consultation is not the best answer. Okay? Letter B, group conference. Pag sinabi mong group conference, 'di ba, kasama din yung ibang individuals na shared that has a shared condition or shared scenario. So pagka group dynamics na yan, iba na yung dynamics niyan. Your family dynamics will not come out, especially kung nakakahiya yung family dynamics niyo, 'di ba? So that's not the best answer. Lalo naman yung written communication. Anong makikita mo sa written communication? Pwede yan magsulat ng letter sa'yo describing ano yung family situation nila. Pero remember guys, they are always, lahat naman tayo as Filipinos, no? Lalo na tayong Filipinos, we have a culture of honor and shame. So, hindi natin ipapalabas yung mga pangit. So, hindi yan lalabas. You can only observe family dynamics. Minsan nga, mahihiya pa yan sa'yo. Pero, mas ma-observe mo siya pag nasa bahay sila. Nasa natural environment sila. Okay? So, that's your home visit. Okay, next. Okay, ito. Which situation? Siyempre, family nursing tayo, di ba? So, guys, you need to have a definition of your family. What is the definition of family? Situation which would not meet the nursing definition of a family. Or guys, baka kayo matanong sa board exam nito na which of the following scenarios or situations will fall under a family or will be called a family. Okay? Sige, tingnan natin yung sagot. Okay? O yan, medyo iba-iba sagot natin. So, ibig sabihin, again, be careful of these things which would not, okay? O, kinapitalize ko na. Pero nurses, remember, in the actual board exam, hindi yan ikakapitalize ng BON para sa'yo, ha? Kaya binibilugan yung mga ganyang kind of keywords. O, definition of family. Anong definition natin ng family? Okay, sige, tingnan natin yung sagot. Okay, may iba nagsagot ng C, may iba nagsagot ng B. O, ito okay lang magkamali pa ha. Guys, in the family definition, remember we have what we call our family code here in the Philippines. Okay? Ang family code, ang definition ng family, meron lang yung tatlong bagay. Okay? By blood, by marriage, okay? Or ano? Adoption. Okay? So, there's only 3 qualified. Any of these 3. Okay? So, letter A, couple without children. Couple. Marriage or union. Not necessarily naman na, na legally married sila. because yung dalawang adults na kahit hindi sila legally married but they are living in with children or without children, okay? Couple without children, family pa rin yan. Okay? So, not neat ha. Letter B, adoptive parent and child. So, of course, adoption. May anak by blood, di ba? So, yes, correct yan. Okay? Correct ito. Family yan. Letter C, two strangers sharing rent with shared responsibility. Sabihin mo ng ka-boardmate mo, di ba? So, ka-boardmate mo, two strangers, so walang blood, walang marriage, walang adoption. Okay? So, nag-fall ba siya sa category? Hindi. Ng family, di ba? Letter D, single parent household. Isang mother, may anak. So, meron silang blood. Tama? So, nagfo-fall yan sa family. Okay? So, tingnan natin ulit. Ano yung nagfo-fall sa family? Letter A, letter B, and letter D. Anong hinahanap natin? Hinahanap natin yung not. So, anong sagot? Letter C. Okay? So, nakuha na natin, nurses. Alright, good. Okay, very good. So guys, sana hindi masyado pang malakas yung hangin sa inyo, no? Nararamdaman ko na lumalakas yung hangin dito sa amin. Okay, so stay safe, nurses, while tayo ay nag-aaral. Okay? Next, number 4. Okay, ito na tayo. Nagsimula na tayo sa family. Alam na natin yung definition ng family. Family assessment naman tayo. In completing a family assessment, the public health nurse should begin by... Oh, ito na guys. Family assessment. Do you still remember this? Okay? May nagtanong, ano? Try mo sumagot. Sagot ka muna. Okay? Sige, may iba A. Okay, sige. So, don't worry guys. Baka medyo matagal nyo na siyang hindi maalala. This is the underlying principle here ng family assessment. Okay. In family assessment, guys, yun na nga, pinakita ko na sa inyo yung book by Maglaya et al. We have 2 levels of assessment and 2 levels being used also for the family health nursing diagnosis. So, yung unang level natin is what we call our first level of assessment. So, pag sinabi nating first level of assessment, ano yung mga laman yan? So, yung first level of assessment, ito muna yung tinitignan yung condition ng family and yung home and environment. So, anong kasama dyan? Health status of the family household member, family structure dynamics, socioeconomic and cultural characteristics, home and environment, meron bang mga presence of clean ba yung environment, ganyan, values and practices on health promotion and maintenance of disease and prevention. Yan yung first level assessment. Okay? So, ngayon yung mga nagtatanong ano yung sagot, makinig muna kayo dun sa concept para maintindihan nyo paano nasagot. Huwag nating memoryahin lang kung ano yung sagot. Okay? Next, second level. Okay? Yung second level, ito na yung pagtanaw, okay? Ano yung pagkakaintindi ng family sa isang sakit or health condition nila. At ano yung practices na ginagawa nila tungkol doon. So, ano yung second level of assessment? Family's perception of the condition or problem, decisions made, and appropriateness. Kung meron silang deciding factor na ginawa doon sa health condition, actions taken, and may results ba yung actions na ginawa nila. So kung na-miss nyo yung question, babalikan natin, wag mag-alala. Effects of decisions and actions on other family members. Ano yung naging decision nila sa health problem nila at ano yung naging effect nun? So balik tayo. Ano yung tanong? Okay? Ito yung tanong. In completing a family assessment, a public health nurse, the public health nurse should begin by. Oh, so anong uunahin mo dyan? Remember the levels of assessment. So, syempre, anong mauna? First level of assessment muna tayo. Okay? First level of assessment. So, sa first level of assessment, ano yung una? Kanina. 'Di ba? Una is what? Health status. So, that's the first. Okay? So, ito yan, una. Testing the family's ability to cope, that's part of what? That's part of the dynamics, family structure and dynamics, right? Evaluating communication pattern, family dynamics din yan. Identification of geographic location of resources for the family, this one falls under what? Their socioeconomic characteristics, di ba? So, anong una? O, nakuha niyo yung concept dito? O, ito, kasama na to dun sa pangalawang level, part pa rin ng first level of assessment, pero, kay number 4 na to. So, anong sagot? Letter A. Kaya ko tinuturo sa inyo yung konsepto, guys. Para kung litu-lituhin man kayo ng BON, tatama pa rin yung sagot nyo. Kaya ko dinidiscuss ano yung first level of assessment, ano yung second level of assessment. Okay? Tuloy pa tayo, nurses? Okay, sige. Teka flip ko lang yung camera. So, yun nakuha nyo. So, yung important yung concept na maintindihan nyo yung family health assessment. And another concept, guys, that's very important for family nursing is the typology. Okay? Typology. Typology. Typology of nursing problems. Bakit? Hindi NANDA ang nilalagay sa family care nursing plan. Okay? Sa family nursing care plan mo. Hindi NANDA diagnosis. Okay? May iba tayong diagnosis na ginagamit sa family. Nakuha? So, yun yung i-discuss ko na susunod. So, nandito yan lahat sa Maglaya book. And I know, medyo hindi to common na ginagamit ng schools. But sorry nurses, you have to understand it kasi part yan ng TOS. Remember, 10 points, 10 points. 10 points ng well family, 10 points ng family at risk. So, you need to really understand ano yung konsepto ng family health nursing. Kaya nga, tinuturo ko na sa inyo ngayon. Okay? So, proceed tayo. So, after assessment, meron tayong tinatawag na typology, di ba? So, ito. Okay? Ala, namatay na yung akin. Teka lang ha. Okay. Next. Ito. Sige, try nyo sagutin to before I discuss yung concept. So, the typology of family nursing problems is used in the statement of nursing diagnosis in the care families. Remember, iba yung ginagamit na nursing diagnosis, iba din sa NANDA. Next, the De Los Reyes couple have a 6-year-old child entering school for the first time. The De Los Reyes family has a what? Anong sagot dyan? Okay, sige, anong sagot nyo? Okay, sige, okay lang magkaiba-iba yung mga sagot. No problem. So, i-discuss natin siya. So, sige ha, I'll go with the next slide. Ito yung discussion ng typology of nursing problems in family nursing. Okay? So, remember, kanina, di ba, sa assessment may first level, may second level. In the nursing diagnosis, meron din tayong first level and second level. First level muna tayo. So, the first level, presence of wellness condition. Ito yung wala silang problema on that particular topic. Let's say nutrition. Healthy yung diet nila, balance, may pinggang Pinoy, kumakain ng gulay, 3 servings to 5 servings ng gulay or prutas every day. Ibig sabihin, wala na silang problema. So pag walang problema yung family in a particular condition, presence of wellness condition yan. Okay? Wala silang problema sa parenting, wala silang problema sa breastfeeding, presence of wellness condition yan. So, number 2, presence of health threat. Pag sinabi mong health threat, hindi pa siya present. Okay? Wala pang sakit, wala pang disease condition, pero maraming risk factors present sa bahay nila na pwedeng magkaroon ng sakit ang isang tao. Let's say, sabihin na natin na hindi sila nagtatapon ng mga tubig sa mga imbakan. So, marami silang gulong na nakakalat sa bahay, maraming bote na maraming tubig, may laman, tas bukas, di ba? Tapos, yun nga, hindi sila healthy kumain, hindi sila nag-exercise. So, yun yung mga bagay na nakaka-contribute na pwede silang magkaroon ng disease condition in the future, pero wala pa silang disease condition, presence of health threat yan. Next, pag sinabi mo presence of health deficit, ano yan? May sakit na. May present na sakit, may present na condition yung family. Simple lang. So ngayon, 4, presence of stress points or foreseeable crisis situations. Okay? So, si stress point at si foreseeable crisis situation, parehas lang siya. Okay? Parehas lang yan. So, kung titignan natin actually, may typo error doon sa ating number 5. Okay, dahil pwedeng, tingnan natin. Balikan natin. Ano ba yung presence of stress point in foreseeable situations? Pag merong situation yung family, okay, na pwedeng maging stressful or pwedeng magkaroon ng changes sa family na makaka-stress sa kanila, ito yon. So ano yan? For example, malaking pagbabago sa family. May kinasal sa family. Ngayon, yung in-laws, makakasama na nila yung daughter-in-law nila. Pwedeng magkaroon ng foreseeable crisis situation doon or stress point. Nagbubuntis, 'di ba? Buntis na ngayon, pwedeng maraming foreseeable crisis during ang pagbubuntis. Pwedeng additional family member, may baby or may inadopt, or di kaya nagkaroon ng abortion or parenthood kasi nga, 'di ba? Or what else? Anything that can be a sudden thing or kahit gradual, but it is a change in the family dynamics. That's your presence of a stress point or foreseeable crisis. So, balikan natin yon. So, anong sagot natin dito? So, anong sinasabi? 6-year-old child entering the school for the first time. So, may pagbabago ba? Yes, kasi yung bata, hindi pa siya nagsuschool, papasok siya sa school. So, may change para sa bata. Ito ay may change din ba sa parents? Posible. Okay? Posibleng magkaroon ng change for the parents kasi syempre asikasuhin yung bata in the morning, may mga needs yung bata sa school. So ano po yung health deficit? Dear, yun yung sakit talaga or yung health condition. Okay? So hindi to health threat kasi hindi naman siya health threat, no? Yung pagpasok sa school, hindi naman automatic na magkakasakit na agad yung bata, hindi. Okay? Tapos health deficit, hindi naman yan sakit. Okay, hindi yan disease condition. So actually, the answer, di ba, foreseeable crisis or stress point, actually, itong dalawa yung sagot. So kung ang sagot mo C or D, pasok yan sa sagot. Pero dapat to, kung board exam question to, hindi ganyan. Dapat yan may letter E pa. C and D. Okay? Nakuha? Balikan natin, marami pang tanong. Okay? So, ano ulit yung wellness condition? Ito yung wala silang sakit, wala silang health threat, pero maganda na yung kanilang health habits on that particular topic. Okay? Or particular scenario, let's say, diet and exercise. So, may presence of wellness sila for nutrition or healthy lifestyle, o wala nang problema sa breastfeeding, presence of wellness condition with regards to breastfeeding. Okay? Or pwede rin namang i-enhance mo. So, potential or readiness, pwedeng i-enhance na. Okay? So, next. So, again, meron pa tayong second level. Okay? So, kanina, di ba, yun yung presence ng health threat, presence ng health deficit, or presence ng condition. Pero ngayon, yung second level, ito na yung, okay, may kinalaman to sa perception ng family. Remember guys, in family health nursing, hindi natin utusan ang family. Okay? Kailangan natin ma-increase yung autonomy ng family and what? Their ability, okay, to take care of the family's health. Isa yan sa important principle ng family health care. Okay? Kaya tinitigdan din natin tong second level. So ano yung second level? Meron lang yang 5. So first is inability to recognize the presence of the conditions. For example, hindi nila nakikita. Okay? Hindi nila nakikita na problem pala nila yon. Hindi, or for example, wala silang knowledge. Nakakasama pala to sa kalusugan namin. So, yun yung first. Number 2, inability to make decisions with respect to taking appropriate health actions. So, maaaring alam nila kung ano yung gagawin or maaaring may konting knowledge na sila or kulang din yung knowledge kaya hindi rin sila nakakagawa ng desisyon kung ano dapat ang tamang gawin. Next, number 3, inability to provide adequate nursing care. So ito na, hindi nila na kayang alagaan yung taong may sakit sa family or yung taong vulnerable or at risk. Hindi nila kayang alagaan or hindi naman sa hindi kayang alagaan pero kulang. Pwedeng kulang yung pag-aalaga. Okay? Next, number 4, inability to provide a home environment conducive to health maintenance and personal development. So ito, with regards to the home environment, kung saan sila nakatira. Pati yung community, kung saan sila nakatira. Next, failure to utilize community resources for healthcare. So, ibig sabihin, hindi nila alam na meron palang ganitong service sa health center. Okay? So, guys, ito yan, summary yan ha. Binibigyan ko lang kayo ng maaaring family nursing diagnosis. Okay? Pero yung further examples niyan, switch ko yung camera. Okay, so meron niyang ganito sa book ni Maglaya. Okay, so may mga list talaga yan. So under each inability, meron pa yung mga lack of inadequate knowledge, okay, denial about the existence of the problem. So meron pa yan. Okay, na further. Tapos application of concepts and then your assessment. So ito yung ating situation. Nurse Carla is conducting her first home visit to the Garcia family. Mr. Garcia recently lost his job and the eldest child has been diagnosed with moderate malnutrition. During the visit, Mrs. Garcia, o yung wife, expresses feelings of being overwhelmed and states, I don't know how I can feed my children nutritious meals with no income. Kasi nga nawalan ng trabaho yung asawa niya. Which of the following interventions by Nurse Carla best demonstrates the primary goal of family health nursing? O sagot. Letter A, giving the family a list of local food banks and securing relief goods for them. Letter B, advising Mrs. Garcia on how to budget her remaining money and planning the family's daily menu. Letter C, asking Mrs. Garcia what food items she currently has in her pantry and discussing a budget-friendly and high nutrition recipes together. Letter D, telling Mr. Garcia that he needs to find employment immediately to provide for his family's needs. Okay? Okay. Ay, teka. O, yan, ang kaiba-iba yung sagot natin. Alright. So, again, remember guys, ano yung sabi kong concept kanina? We need, para madaling tandaan, family nursing and community nursing to ha, sa susunod na konsepto, health in the hands. Health in the hands of the people. Ibig sabihin, we want to increase their capability, we want to increase their capacity. Letter A, giving the family at least of local food banks and securing relief goods for them. Guys, sustainable ba yan? Paano pag walang relief goods? Hindi na sila kakain. So this is a concept of what? Dole out. Okay lang to guys. For example, na bagyo or pwedeng immediate na provision talaga. Pero it's not sustainable. This one, ano bang question natin? Primary goal. This can be done, A can be done, but that's not the primary goal. Okay? So, nakuha, ba't hindi yun yung sinagot ko? Kasi ang tanong, primary goal. Letter B, advising Mrs. Garcia on how to budget her remaining money and planning the family's daily menu. Tama naman, di ba? Pwede naman. Okay? Pero, tignan mo yung letter C. Tinanong mo kung ano yung meron sila. Pag tinanong mo yung meron sila, ano yung resources ng family, this is very what? Empowering. Hindi sila mukhang helpless. Okay? Kasi pag puro lang galing sa atin, yung solusyon, okay, remember nurses, pag family nursing at community nursing ang konsepto, hindi lahat ng sagot galing lang kay nurse. Hindi yung tipong tayo yung magaling na bida-bida. Okay? Kapag ina-accept natin yung resources ng family, we are what? Empowering them. And this is a primary concept of your family health nursing. So, tama yung letter C, pwede. Okay? O, ito na. Si nurse, bigla siyang naging bossing. Maghanap ka ng trabaho, Mr. Garcia, kasi masusolusyonan yung problema nyo kung wala ka, kung may trabaho ka. Okay? Hindi ito yung tamang sagot. Tsaka hindi telling. Na para kang bossing. Okay? Pwede mong i-facilitate yan na magkaroon ng trabaho na ma-assist si Mr. Garcia, pero hindi tipong inutusan mo na maghanap ka ng trabaho. Okay? That's why this one is not a good answer. Okay? Tsaka yung word na immediately, di ba parang grabe, no? Tulungan mo na natin yung family na medyo maka-cope sa kanila kasi hindi naman ganun kadaling maghanap ng trabaho. So, anong sagot dito? Okay? Letter C. Okay? So, sabi ni Azriel, actively involved, yes. So, family and community nursing actively, even naman, di ba, pag may pasyente tayo na individual sa hospital, we want them to be actively involved. Kasi nga, it increases what? Increases patients' autonomy. Okay? At yun yung gusto natin. Especially with family health and community health. So, ano sagot? Letter C. Next. Oh, ito. Okay? Sige. So, guys, so part of your family, okay, teka ha, sorry. Ipakita ko lang ulit, guys. So, ito yung white book, 'di ba? So, part dito, pakita ko lang sa inyo. Later on, kung wala pa kayo nito, mag-antay kayo. Lalagay ko sa yellow basket, pero hindi ko na kayo makaantay, punta kayo sa showcase ko. So, here, okay. So, papakita ko sa inyo, in chapter 5, this is discussing family health. So, you need to have an understanding of what? Your maternal and child health, including your breastfeeding, including your BMO, including what? Your EPI, kasama yan sa family health. What else? Kasama din yung ating nutrition, okay? Kasama yan sa family health. What else? You have your family planning program, kasama yan sa family health. Okay, ano pa? So, pinapakita ko lang sa inyo, kaya sabi ko sa inyo, important pa rin tong book na to. So, makikita nyo dyan, family health, kasama din yung ating care ng common childhood illnesses. So, feeding the child who is ill. So, later on, I will discuss with you integrated management of childhood illnesses. Yes, dear, it is a must. So, yan, expanded program on immunization, EPI, so kasama yan. Kaya pinapakita ko sa inyo yung book na to. So, wala akong yellow basket, mamaya na lang, or kung gusto nyo sa showcase ko. Okay, flip ko yung camera. Yan, sige. Freedom of choice is one of the policies of the family planning program in the Philippines. Which of the following illustrates this principle? Ano yung nag-illustrate ng freedom of choice? Diba? Kasi this principle. Anong sagot? Nurses, sagot. Okay? So, kung wala pa kayo, meron dito nagsabi. Okay. Sige, anong sagot nyo? B, C, what? Okay? So, tingnan natin. Okay, freedom of choice. Sabihin, ito. Tingnan natin, isa-isahin natin guys yung sagot. Alin dito yung pinaka-importante? Information dissemination about the need for family planning. Okay, need for family planning. Pwede. Okay, sige, pwede. Support of research and development in family planning methods. So, support of research and development, does that contribute to choice? Hindi. Remember, we are what? Talking about choice. So, this one does not contribute to an individual or a couple's or a family's choice. Next, letter C. Adequate information for couples regarding the different methods. Tama, information pa rin yan. Bakit? An informed choice, okay? Yun yung freedom of choice. Kailangan may informed decision-making tayo. Alam talaga ng mga couples kung ano yung mga available methods, ano yung impact nito, ano yung side effect. Next, encouragement of couples to take family planning as a joint responsibility. Yes, this principle is correct, but does that not contribute to your freedom of choice? Okay? So, letter A, papasok yan dito. Okay? So, mas magandang answer yung letter C. Okay? Dahil hindi lang yung need for family planning ang importante, pati kung ano yung methods na available to them. Because yan yung choice. Papasok yung choice kung anong family planning method yung gagamitin nila. Okay? May nagsabi umbrella answer, yes. Nakuha? Okay. So, that's number 7. Next. Okay, ito na tayo, guys. Alright, alam nyo ba to guys? IMCI. Sige, comment on the comment section. Sinong may alam ng IMCI? Paki-comment kung alam or hindi. Kasi kung alam nyo na, hindi ko na i-discuss to. Alam na ba? Alam na lahat? May kopya ba kayo ng IMCI? Yes, very good. Pero may nagsabi, no. Discuss, no po. Sige. So guys, okay. Anong sagot? Anong tanong? 5-month-old infant was brought by his mother to the health center because of what? Diarrhea occurring 4 to 5 times a day. Diarrhea. His skin goes back what? Slowly after a pinch, and his eyes are what? Sunken. Using the IMCI guidelines, you will classify this infant into which category? No signs of dehydration, some dehydration, severe dehydration, or the data is insufficient. Okay, o yan, iba-iba yung sagot natin. May C, may B, okay, may... pero wala namang sumagot ng A, very good naman. Kaya akala ko may sasagot pa ng A eh. Remember ha, diarrhea yan, 4 to 5, take 4 to 5 times a day. Okay? So sige, tingnan natin to. Okay, I will show this to you. This one, okay, para sa mga wala pang copy ng IMCI, yung hindi pa naka-encounter ng IMCI, IMCI looks like this inside. Okay, ano ba yung IMCI? Integrated Management of Childhood Illnesses. So, itong IMCI na to, bakit to tinuturo? Bakit to expected ng NP1? Guys, because nurses are the frontliners sa community. Kayo yung unang lalapitan ng nanay pag may sakit yung anak. So, dapat naman, kahit papano, may algorithm tayo of a treatment. So, ito yung ino-offer niyan. Yung IMCI mo, tinuturuan tayo paano mag-diagnose. Hindi diagnose ng condition, but diagnose ano yung need ng bata. Is it dehydrated, moderately dehydrated o hindi. Tapos, tuturuan ka kung anong nursing action. So, ngayon, tignan natin. I-zoom natin yan, ha. So, makikita nyo, kung wala ka pang copy nito, download it. Type mo IMCI PDF file, i-download mo yung WHO document. So, makikita nyo, yan. Does the child have diarrhea? So, meron yung mga guide questions. If yes, ask how long, is there blood, tapos look and feel, ito na yung assessment natin. Remember, ano yung sinabi kanina? 4 to 5 days, so may diarrhea, yes? Yes. Ano yung characteristic na sinabi? Yung child ay what? Yung child ay may sunken eyes, tapos what? Anong dinescribe? Slowly after a skin pinch, bumabalik yung skin niya. So, tignan mo yan, look and feel assessment, tapos dito yan papasok. Makikita mo kung severe, some, no dehydration, tapos kung may blood, iba din. So, wala namang blood, di ba? No blood in the stool, hindi yan dysentery. Okay? So, ilang days? 4 to 5 pa lang naman, hindi 14 days or more. So, dito tayo sa taas, dito tayo. So, ngayon, tinan natin, ano yan? Severe, some, no dehydration. Okay? So, di ba merong sinabi, sunken eyes? Oh. Pero, bumabalik ba yung skin pinch? Sabi, slowly lang. Hindi very slowly. So, anong sagot mo? So, ito yan, sunken eyes, tapos slowly. So, dapat 2 lang, di ba? At least 2 of the following. Pumasok yung 2? Yes. So, anong sagot? Some, dehydration. So, balik. So, ngayon, makikita mo din dyan, nurses, ito yung kailangan. Kailangan, guys, hindi nyo lang alam pag-classify. Alam nyo kung anong gagawin. So, anong gagawin? Bibigyan mo ng fluids, ng zinc supplement, okay? And what? Meron ka ding, kapag severe classification, dapat may urgent referral ka na. Okay? Giving frequency of ORS on the way. And kung nagbe-breastfeeding, pa-breastfeed mo kay mother dahil hindi mabibit ang breastfeeding, ang milk. Okay? Advise mother when to return immediately and follow up in 5 days if not improving. So, yan guys yung ating IMCI. Okay? O, balikan natin. So, kung wala pa kayo nito mag-download, guys, importante yan, ha? So, anong sagot? Letter. O, hindi yan no signs of dehydration. Hindi rin yan data is insufficient. Hindi siya severe. It is letter B. Some dehydration. Okay? So, yan yung tinatawag natin na analysis, guys, and application of the IMCI concepts. Okay? Next. Oh, eto guys, very ano din yan, mga in-demand questions. Oh, next, concepts tayo. Siyempre, family health nursing, mag-home visit ka, gagamit ka ng tinatawag natin ng PHN bag. Okay? O, na-discuss na ba yan? Alam nyo na to? So, may principles ng PHN bag. Okay? Sige, sumagot muna kayo. To maintain the cleanliness of the bag and its contents, which of the following must the nurse do? Ano sagot? Okay. Sige. Always the hand washing. Pero basahin pa rin yung question na basahin yung choice ng maigi. Okay, guys. So, with the white book, there's this page discussing under the public health nurse because the public health nurse bag is one of our tools to practice public health nursing. So, meron tayong page dito na dinidiscuss yung bag technique, its principles, the contents of the bag, and even yung steps. Okay? So, yung steps kung ano i-carry out mo, steps in performing the bag technique, at yung rationale behind the bag technique. So, kung wala ka pang kopya nito, check my showcase, nandyan yan. Or mag-antay ka, ipa-flash ko siya sa yellow basket ko later. So, this is Dear Lilith. This is the white book, Public Health Nursing book. It's in my showcase. I will show it on my yellow basket later. So, okay. So, nandyan yung principle na yan. Pero tingnan natin maigi. Letter A, wash his or hands. Of course, di ba? Anong principle yan? Automatic principle yan of aseptic technique. We should wash our hands. Tama? And before and after providing. So, nagtatanong anong page? Teka. Nawala na tuloy. Binitawan ko na kasi. Teka lang. Antay. Mamaya na lang yung page. Mamaya. Pakita ko. Mamaya. Okay, mamaya. Yung mga nagtatanong ng page, stay tuned. Okay? So, wash his or her hands. That's correct. Letter B, in the care of family members as much as possible, use only articles taken from the bag. Guys, hindi naman talaga yan, hindi naman talaga yan mangyayari. Siyempre, may mga gamit din sa bahay na ginagamit ng family, nagagamit ka. So, this one is not realistic. Letter C, put on an apron to protect her uniform. So, gumamit ka ng apron, di ba? Part yan ng bag technique. Tapos, anong gagawin mo? Pagka natapos ka na, sabi dito, fold it with the right side out. Ano yung nakalabas na side? Yun yung nag-touch sa patient. So, ano yung contaminated? Yung right side out. Yan yung contaminated. Okay? So, contaminated na yan, hindi yan dapat yung nakalabas pag finold mo siya. Kasi, ma-contaminate yung other articles mo ng bag. So, ano yan? Mali yan. So, dapat yung nasa labas, yung natatouch sa patient, ifo-fold mo yon paloob. So, anong tamang technique doon? Okay? So, yun yung tamang technique. Yung soiled part, yun yung ifo-fold mo paloob para hindi siya makakontaminate. Next, at the end of the visit, fold the lining. So, kasi maglalagay ka ng lining, di ba? Okay. Contaminated side is inside, yes. Which the bag was placed. Ensuring that the contaminated side is what? On the outside? Hindi. Mali yan. Inside. Kasi yung papel, di ba, ifo-fold mo, pasok yung ipapaloob mo kung ano yung na-contaminate. So, mali din yung letter D. So, anong tamang sagot? Letter A. Mamaya na kung anong page. Last question tayo muna. Okay, last question. This area, okay, in fact, babalikan natin yung public health nursing bag technique later. This area, family health nursing, which helps determine the maturity and the integrity of the family in meeting the usual stresses and problems in life. So, anong sagot natin dito? Okay, anong sagot natin dito? Letter A, social competence. Letter B, therapeutics competence. Letter C, emotional competence or physical competence. Okay? So, what are we talking about? Usual stresses and problems in life. When you say social competence, this is how they relate to others, relate to members, and others, yung outside their family. Okay? Therapeutic competence, ito yung ability nila kung paano sila mag-take care ng kanilang health. So, emotional competence, this is how they cope. Okay? Cope with what? With stress. Okay? And yung physical competence, ano to? To provide the basic needs. Food, shelter. Okay? So, ano yung sagot natin? Stress and problem? Letter C. Okay?